Hey, welcome back to another edition of Ego on Break. I'm your host, Dynamite J. Andrews. Got the Mississippi Madman, Logan Creed, sitting next to me. And we're just sipping on some unofficial, official, could be official if they want to be official, but they're not official drinks. So, but if they wanted to be, they could. So we're gonna talk a few things about wrestling and some of the things making news, and might as well get this out of the way. So, Madman.
So you want me to stick my foot in my mouth first, huh?
So, no, in all seriousness, you know, the Roman Reigns thing, you know, it broke out, and it's bad that, you know,
yes,
the cancer came back.
He has leukemia.
Right. Also, give a shout out to another wrestler down in Florida. His name is Rex Rex something, and I apologize, Rex, for not remembering or knowing how to pronounce your last name. But he's battling cancer too, and he's battled it before one time, and he beat it, and now it's came back, and I don't think it's looking good this time.
Well, that's kind of what they were saying about him, I think.
So to Roman, as well as the Rex, you know, wish you guys oh
yeah, get better, man.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, all the luck. I mean, you know, it's there one day, it could be gone the next. You know, it's all depends on how it reacts, and you know,
I just say stay away from radiation, man.
Right.
I've seen too much shit myself.
But
my family members, I don't.
Cancer definitely sucks,
yeah.
And so you know, best wishes to all you guys. You know, both of you guys that are dealing with that. But to get on a lighter note, because it's very serious, and not really trying to get away from it. But the Madman here, he has an opinion for all the new Roman fans.
No, bruh. Evidently, everybody that was a Roman hater now become a Roman lover, and it's just like, that's not right.
Yeah.
You're two-faced. You're like, okay, I feel bad for him, but that don't make you a Roman fan. I feel bad for him. I'm still not a Roman Reigns fan.
Right.
You know? I saw the guy wrestle one of his first matches up there in WWE at the Coliseum. Me and Daryl went, and he wasn't even Roman Reigns yet. Like, he was, whatever the hell he was, like somebody's son or somebody.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't get all the...
Like,
being fake.
Right. I mean, you know, hey,
I want him better, because the guy's sick. I don't wish cancer.
But don't be like,
nobody.
I've respected you since you've laced up a pair of boots.
I've never said them words. I was like, Vince shoves him down everybody's throat. I don't think he's a bad worker, as everybody says. But,
right. Just not your cup of tea.
It's not my cup of tea, exactly. But there are a lot of people all of a sudden have been drinking, evidently been drinking it behind the cupboard and not telling nobody.
Yeah. Oh, we really love Roman. He's awesome. We're going to miss him and all that stuff. Yeah.
And you told me there's some people that think it's work.
Yeah. I've saw several people online go, oh, it's just WWE's way of trying to promote Make-A-Wish, or it's WWE's way of trying to put over the fact that, you know, they're trying to take away from the news of the Saudi Arabia stuff, and the news doesn't talk about that. They talk about Roman and his cancer. It's all the work. It's fake. You know, Vince did fake his own death, so you know he'll fake cancer. So...
you'd have a match with God.
Yeah, obviously.
I ain't saying it's fake, bro.
Right. No, I don't think so either.
I would hate to think.
I mean, if they came out and said, hey, my name's Roman Reigns and I have cancer, then maybe. But, like, he broke it down like, hey, this is really me. Yeah. Here's my story. I've had it before.
Joe, whatever his last name is.
So, yeah, I definitely think, you know, those people that are, you know, oh, it's a work and this, I'm like, those are, you know, a special kind of people.
You are a dumb mark.
Yeah. But, you know, it's definitely a tough time, man, and you know, I hope both of those guys do well. But I agree with you. You know, if you've been one of these, oh, I hate that guy, don't, like, you can feel bad for him. That's not what I'm saying. But don't come and go, oh, I'm gonna miss Roman, and oh, I used to love Roman, and I remember when Roman did this. No, you didn't, because you hated all that. You know. But you find that a lot, like when Cody Rhodes first left WWE or whatever. I heard, like, people going, oh, this guy, he's going to kill the indies and blah, blah, blah. He'll never make it. And they're like, oh, my God, Cody's the best thing ever. And I'm like, you know, funny what you know, a few days will do to you, you know.
Especially when you do all in.
Yeah, you know, so.
Well, let's kind of skip on over to that if you want to and get off the death situation.
Yeah, I was going to say, speaking of Cody and All In, what do you think about Cody losing the NWA title?
I haven't seen the match. I've been looking for it. Daryl's trying to find a way to rent it. I couldn't find out how you did it. But
I think it should be on Fight.
I know it. I don't know how to do it on the way he has our system set up. I don't know how to run it.
I got you.
So, what I was going to say is, I don't know how it went down. I would love to know, like, it was 2 out of 3 falls. I don't know nothing about the match beyond that.
Yeah, I read, like, just a brief summary, and I think it come down to, like, he had Magnus and something, and Magnus pulled his boot off and got the pinfall, got a reverse on it or
Michael
something.
P.S. hazed him, huh?
No, I don't think he hit him with it, but I think it was, like, Cody maybe hit, like,
had him an ankle lock submission type move, like Eddie Green Angle did?
Yeah, or something like that. And I don't know, that was, like, the final fall.
I have no idea.
But other results from the NWA 70th anniversary is we got a new
Willie Mack.
Yeah, got a new national champion in Willie Mack. Barrett Brown defeated Laredo Kid. Yep, so that was super awesome.
I met Barrett a few times. He was always a cool dude.
Yeah, Barrett's a nice dude for sure. Jazz defeated Penelope Ford.
Gee, I didn't call that at all, did I?
Well, she never worked her before, so
clearly.
So that Tim Storm made Peter Avalon kiss his foot. They had a grudge match, and Peter Avalon came out and was saying, like, he's so pretty or whatever. Make the people kiss his feet. Everybody here should be thankful to see him and all that kind of stuff. And
he kissing nobody's foot.
Yeah, so that kind of got made a stipulation at the show, and it was funny because he had a manager, so he made the manager kiss Tim Storm's foot first, but the referee said that wouldn't work, so he made so it was pretty fun.
That's nasty.
Yeah.
I got drank some of their tea earlier.
Yeah. Jax Dane and Crimson with Animal, I believe they beat the Legion of Josephus or whatever, and that's Crazy Steve and Shannon Moore.
Mm-hmm. So now was Animal wrestling, or
no,
did he come out like a manager?
Yeah, okay. He managed them.
Well, I knew he still did a little every once in a while. I just didn't know.
So
he kind of did like all in. He rode out on the motorcycle.
Right. Yeah. Well, except he managed, like he was.
I know. But that was
he didn't go for him.
That was it. And all it is like, well, you always got to have that one older guy that gets everybody popping.
Yeah. So yeah, that was pretty funny. But the 70th anniversary, like, it was almost sold out. It was like 1,500 people there. It was like 1,600 to sell it out. So, like around 100 people less.
I honestly,
from selling out.
I don't know if this was a huge problem, but I couldn't find out how to buy tickets.
Me
and you looked one day for about an hour.
Like, I found the site and stuff, but it was they never gave you a ticket price. Like, it wouldn't give you a ticket price until you got until you went to pay for it. Like, so you were literally paying blind. So I thought that was bad. Bad.
Yeah.
So I just didn't like the way that worked. Like, just advertise the damn price.
Because I literally wanted to go, and I couldn't find out where or how to buy tickets. I never understood nothing about it.
So
I'm like, y'all need to really work on that. Whoever's in control of it.
Yeah, they a lot of stuff I read said that, like, the streams and stuff were really bad. Like, they was freezing up, they'd lose volume. But now people that was at the show said it was phenomenal. Like, everything was on point.
Yeah, I've read a couple, because they said like when the Willie Mack match, him and he played a psycho in TNA.
Yes,
Samuel Shaw.
Yeah,
they said that match was really good. Yeah. Everything I've read about it.
But the one thing I noticed on that was how short the matches were.
Were they bad?
Like, some of them were like the Tim Storm Peter Avalon was like 5 minutes.
So they were NXT-ing you. Huh?
Yeah, and like the tag match was like 5, 6, 7 minutes at the most. Like, there were several matches that were less than 8 minutes.
Or maybe it's because they did the 2 out of 3 falls.
Well, that was like 40 minutes, but they did a lot of speaking in between. They had some legends there, this and that. And they showcased like the last 6 NWA champions and stuff like that. So they did a lot of cool stuff to just kind of reintroduce everybody.
Was Corgan at the show?
Yeah, yeah. Billy Corgan was there. Like Dory Funk Jr. was there, and
Terry.
I don't think Terry was there.
That's the one I wanted to say.
But it was a couple, old timers there like that. They did a fan fest, which wasn't advertised, or I never saw it advertised, like across the street.
I tell you, it was horrible.
And had a lot of people there. Not a lot, but they had several people there, like some of the old timers, and like James Ellsworth was there. Like, he did a dark match, and said like the crowd really got into him, which is crazy because that NWA crowd in Tennessee really got into James Ellsworth, and the Impact crowd really didn't.
So all over him.
So it's kind of funny, you know, just two sides of the same coin, you know.
Man, it don't matter.
Right. But overall, I mean, the 70th anniversary, I think, was a hit. Although I saw one guy say, oh, now that Cody dropped the title, the NWA is dead again or something like that. But I was like, you know what? Like, who says there's not going to be a match 3? You know, with Cody versus, Nick.
Here's what I was hoping. I really thought that Nick would get it back. I didn't think it'd be this match.
Yeah.
I thought they'd do this and it'd come out Cody on top, and then they'd probably have a steel cage.
Yeah.
That used to be how the NWA would roll. You'd usually at least get a 3-match segment out of it.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm hoping we may still get a steel cage or something. I'm hoping there's another match because they seem to have good chemistry. So
I wonder, like, who were they cheering at the show though? Were they cheering Cody or were they cheering Nick? I'm saying I wonder.
Yeah. But they announced they're going to bring back the Crockett Cup, which is kind of funny because I believe PWX or CWF Mid-Atlantic, one of those North Carolina promotions that's really big up there, they've been working with the Crockett Foundation for the last few years doing the Crockett Cup. And now the NWA's like, oh, it hadn't existed in this many years, even though it's kind of been happening.
I guess they're saying on a bigger scale.
Right, but the thing is, like, you know, the Crockett Foundation is the one that is putting it on with this promotion. So, like, it's like to me, it's a little like, you know, touch and go. You know what I mean? So, but you know, who knows? I'm kind of curious of how that's going to turn out with them taking it. What is the promotion in North Carolina going to be doing? A tag tournament.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
So.
I was trying to remember this the other day, and I knew you'd remember because your memory's better than mine somewhat. What was the tag tournament? But you had to choose your partner out of a bowl, and you never knew who it was going to be. That's what it was.
It was the Battle Bowl.
That's it. Yeah, the Lethal Lottery. Yeah, I couldn't remember that saved my life the other day.
And then each team that won would go into the match at the end.
Yeah, and you would. Yeah, I love that.
Right.
Sorry, I was a little bit off, but I was just curious.
It's a fun concept, but I don't know, man. Like,
some of the matches were really good. Though. Yeah. Because I remember, like, that was the first time I ever saw Vader and Cactus Jack had to be a team.
Yeah.
And that was amazing because I'd hate to have been on the other side of that ass.
All I remember about that was the Freebirds, Michael Hayes and Jimmy Garvey on our opposite sides, in like the first matchup or whatever.
What's the one thing about the PWI 500? How'd you feel about Omega getting #1?
I was fine with it. I mean, who else? You know, I mean, I'm glad it's somebody that's out there really trying to kill it. You know?
I was just glad it wasn't a WWE guy. That's the first time in a long time it happened.
And I mean, if Cody kind of keeps up the stuff he's doing, I don't see why he won't be #1 next year.
Wasn't he 10?
Yeah, I think so.
I started to bring the magazine. I left it sitting on my couch.
Yeah, which I haven't read. I bought it just to buy it.
I got it.
I buy it every year. So I kind of looked at. We had 5 wrestlers. That has been an ego that was in it. John Davis was 401.
Yeah.
Fred Yehi was like low 200s, so that was really cool. Jeff Cobb and Michael Elgin was both in it.
I saw those.
And
I didn't know who the other one was you was talking about. I was going to ask.
Man, I forgot who. I got it like 3 months ago. So when it first came out.
I found it in the bookstore 2 days ago.
So I haven't touched it since. But I know there was 5 wrestlers that have been an ego. So it was kind of cool for me.
I just found it sad. Like at the beginning, if you read the first page, you know, the one before, they talk about all the guys that died, and all the guys that had died, of course, had been in the 500, which was Vader and several others. It was just, I was like, wow, that's messed up.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I started watching today it's called Ladies Night Out. Reality of Wrestling did it. This was Ladies Night Out Part 2. And the Title Match Wrestling Network put it out.
And is it wrestling?
Yeah. Okay. But it's all women. And it's really, really good. And, you know, I'd love to do something like that here in the Jackson area, or at least here in Mississippi somewhere. You know, and if I couldn't do an all-female show, I'd love to have like maybe a half and half. You know, so it's
what is that?
half women's matches, half men matches.
Oh, I was like.
So ego fans, like hit up the Hideaway and hit up our page, and just say, hey, we'd like to see women's wrestling at the Hideaway. Message both sites and let us know, because we'd really like to know if that's something you guys would like to see. if you'd like to see more women's wrestling in Jackson.
Yeah.
So let us know, like I say, on the Ego page and on the Hideaway page. So
we got one that's training.
yeah. So if you want to see more, make your voices heard. Now's your chance to kind of, play Booker, I guess you could say.
An intergender match. Really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. But I watched a really good match with Kiera Hogan and Evilise. Like, they were on that.
Really?
And like, they were tearing it up, and then it ended in a double count out. And I was a little disappointed. I was like, they were the two big names on the show, and then you ended a double count out. But then Queen Charmel came out and said, if the fans want to see more of this, we'll have more. We'll have it Ladies Night Out 3, and it'll be a steel cage match. So at least they got something, to look forward to.
Yeah, at least a good build.
Yeah. But now I give it credit to Kiera and Evilise. They didn't stop fighting once the count out. Like, they were still going, and they fought for a good 2 minutes afterwards and fought up the ramp. And then Evilise went off the stage because they had a stage, and like Kiera dove off the stage onto her. Like, they were still at it,
in all honesty, that's what I thought was going to happen with Nick and Cody. I figured it'd be fall, and then they do a count out. Honest to God, I thought that's what was going to finish.
And then come out with some type of match.
A steel cage where it couldn't be a count out.
But look that up if you're online and you want to check that out. It's really good. I got about 2 or 3 more matches that I got to check out and to wrap it up. But like I say, if you fans want to see women's wrestling, like I say, message the Hideaway, message Pro Wrestling, make your voices heard, and just let us know, hey, we want to see women's wrestling. If you don't, then hey, that's cool too. But we'd like to know,
How about midgets?
Hey, whatever you want to see, let us know. How about that?
We ain't had midgets in a little while.
Yeah, well, they're hard to get. So.
I understand. They're on a short supply.
Yeah, very short. But just whatever you're kind of interested in, I'd like to know, really.
Fat guys in t-shirts.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to see the Madman wrestle, then hey, he'll put his shirt on. Go after it.
What about you?
I'm too fat to take my shirt off.
You ain't proud of your moves?
No, I'm not proud of mine. Well, have you watched anything? Did you get to watch anything this week?
I watched 2 NXT and 2 Lucha Undergrounds.
All right, what you think?
What I was gonna say is, God, I'm so bad at names. I don't watch it that often, so I've just now started kind of watching it. But the one match that I really was getting into was the War. What are they now? The War something?
War Raiders.
War Raiders and the Adam Cole and his guys.
Right.
And they were tearing it up. I mean, they were having a great match, and out come Bobby Fish and interrupts it. I was like, mother. I was so disappointed.
Yeah.
But that was the match that I really remember.
Yeah. I watched, or I was watching some of Impact, and which was cool because they were doing Brian Cage and Rich Swann, I think, in the main event for the X Division title. So I thought that was really cool. And Johnny Impact or Johnny Nitro or Boone the Bounty Hunter.
I saw that match. I did too.
Like, he came out like to open the show, and he was like, wrestling's really crazy at times, and if you watch Bound for Glory, you know what I'm talking about.
That's one way to put it.
And he said, he's like, it's really cool that he's kind of went out and done things like, he produced the movie and stuff like that. And he was like, I'm just as proud to see my movie on Netflix I am and when I go to Dollar General, it's in the dollar bin. He said, but it's still something I done. He was like, people, at least it's worth $1. So
I'm proud of the little documentary I did with us.
Yeah, it's very cool.
That's hard work, bro. People don't realize it.
And then, again, MLW, man. If you guys are not checking out MLW, you're really missing out on a quality show. It doesn't get near the buzz that it should be getting, and it's loaded with talent. I mean, loaded with talent. And, again, Mississippi's own Marco Stunt, man. Shows that, being in the right place at the right time, you can move up the ranks because he's scheduled to...
right people see.
Yeah, he's scheduled to make his debut. Well, I think he just debuted. He was in the 6-man match. Okay. And then they're bringing him back to wrestle Ace Romero, who... there's an Ace Romero, Marco Stunt thing going around where Ace Romero pounced him out the ring over the top rope.
Yes, I've seen that.
And there's a gif out there with Marco giving Ace Romero the Amazing Red move, the flipping pin. What is it called? Code Red.
Oh, I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Or infrared. Code Red. Giving the Code Red off the top.
Flipping
off the
power
second.
bomb is what it is.
Yeah. So I'm sure they're going to do some crazy stuff when the bright lights and the cameras are on them for MLW. But guys, go check out MLW. And then last, Ego's got a packed November coming up, man, and we're looking forward to it. 7th Annual Great Southern 8, Jackson, Mississippi, November the 3rd. Yep. And looking forward to it. I hope everybody's there. A lot of matches on that card. Yep. We've got O'Shea Edwards defending the Pride title and the Styles title against J.D. Jenkins. These two guys almost came to blows several times.
They have come to
at the last. Yeah, but I'm talking about they came real close to fisticuffs, not in a match. At the last event, like security, wrestlers, I think some fans were holding JD back, and O'Shea was just over there going, "Come on, big boy, you want some?" He's just egging him on. And I mean, it was literally like 15 people holding JD back, and they wasn't doing a really good job. So
hard to hold back a mad bear.
Right, absolutely. And speaking of mad bears, we've got Ursa Major and Alex Graves and Joshua O'Hagan with Stardust taking on Wes Horn and his two amigos. And I'm curious of who they're going to be. I'm waiting for that. Wes said he went to Alabama over the weekend and was trying to recruit at least one person to help him. I don't know if that worked out or not.
Yeah.
But
we'll find out.
Right, we'll find out. And then again, the tournament itself, man, is always loaded. 7 states represented, and it's going to be a night of wrestling, all for $10. 15 for VIP. But I mean, where can you beat that at? You know what I mean? You can't beat that with a stick, unless it's a kendo stick or maybe a bat wrapped in barbed wire or something. Sure. But I'm looking forward to that. And then the next weekend is a double shot weekend, November the 9th. We're going to be in Hattiesburg at Brewski's. Packed show. And then November 10th, back in our neck of the woods in Richland, Mississippi, at the Richland High School. So, man, November is looking really good. There may be another show in the works for November or December. Still waiting to kind of get all the details worked out on that. But guys, that's it, man. Like I say, let us know if you want to see women's wrestling.
And midgets.
And midgets or fat guys in t-shirts or whatever.
I'm always working 2 shows.
So let us know what you want to see. And until next time, later.